at the end of the day, this was a clarity project, and I have achieved clarity by limiting the radiating surface of interest to a smaller part of the dome, the closest part of the dome to the listening positions, and the further parts of the dome are minimised. Same with this one, just bigger. And this one, because I wanted my lower frequencies in the upper part of the stage height, I used to run it like this and just channeling the front half, and then I even went further and I channeled just this area here, and this is also covered in by some blocking. So this portion, plus whatever forces its way from about here, is the 200, 300, 400, 500 roughly region of interest coming from here and not here. So A, it becomes more focused, and B, it's more phase centric to one emanating area. There's also the extra shielding left and right to stop side bouncing. What are the drawbacks? Well, the drawbacks that may have presented were lack of level or lack of dynamics. So the increased precision and focus and staging has arrived, and the level I have not needed to re-EQ the system from when I EQ'd it without these things, and this was a bit less complicated. So the EQ is the same, the flat stage frequency response is the same, and the dynamics are actually better. Like the hi-hats sound different to me. If I was listening to, say, half a dozen, 20 different house songs, after a while you get that hi-hat fatigue. But with these, every sample of every hi-hat has its own flavour now. In just listening to general electronic music, it's less fatiguing because there's only one true phase representation of that, the information from that high register getting to you, and not this. This is like a combo. Dome tweeters are good if you're in a big empty space and you're standing over here, and then you go and get your cup of coffee and you're standing over here, and then you go and sit in your lounge and you sit here. That's kind of what they do, right? Very efficient, and they radiate in all directions. But we're sitting in a car and we're always going to be in one position, and even if you go like this and like this, you've still got a radiating surface which is clean. And the problem with that is we get the reflections in a car, and that's where you get a zhoosh of a frequency sandwich. You don't get one frequency arrival, you get a zhoosh, and here you just get the one arrival. And I just picked that size arbitrarily, and same with that size. But what's the next prototype? Do I go smaller? Do I go a bit bigger? How do I tell? But all I know is from that to that, it sounded better. And I had another tweeter prototype somewhere, but I can't find it now. Here it is. This other tweeter prototype. Where is he? Dropped off the map. Here he is. This other tweeter prototype had a bigger hole. This sounded better than the empty dome, so this is a step in between. This is when I started. I did that. Oh, that sounds great. I cleared up the mid-range. I did this. Cleared up the presence and the upper register. And this was just a, hey, what if situation. So this was the going smaller, go all out with the more blocking. And you see, you still got air gaps through that. And it's focusing not really in this whole, it's not really a bit of bounce. You might get a bit of bounce, a bit of reflection. So I used a thinner spider web action and a more general cotton. So yeah, that turned into a bit of a long explanation. But if anyone wants to try this stuff, just go right ahead. You won't be disappointed. And interesting results. Just amazing sound. And then I'll do the other side. So I've got this on the other side already. And on the other side I have to do that and this. So on the other side I got one of these up there. I always like just do one half at a time and see if the image gets half better. That's how I do it. So instead of doubling the amount of work to try something, you just do half the work. Alright, leave you there. Catch you later.